Good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome you to today's presentation and thank you for attending. We have some people here in the room attending live, and then we also have some attending via our webcast. I am Laura Rose, and I am the Marketing Manager for LEVE Jeans. Today I will be reviewing information regarding our green marketing strategies. I will be highlighting work that we have been doing towards achieving our green marketing strategies implementation and also our goals. And we will also be highlighting some of our communication tactics that we will be using near the end of the presentation. We've also allotted some time at the end of the presentation to address any questions that you may have. You may ask, why green marketing strategies? Second to oil, the fashion and textiles industry is the most polluting industry in the world. Each stage in the life of one of our articles of clothing has the potential to threaten our planet and its resources. Manufacturing of textiles takes a significant amount of water. Up to 8,000 chemicals can be used to turn raw materials into textiles or fabric. This includes dyes, finishing chemical products, and many of these chemicals are actually considered toxic. Reducing waste, reducing energy consumption and processing, and using recycled or renewable resources helps to decrease manufacturing costs and increase our value as a socially responsible company. Consumers are more driven than ever to understand a company's stance on corporate environmentalism. Consumers are more aware of environmental issues, more aware of labor concerns, and also of impacts that large and small manufacturers can have on communities. Our consumers are interested in understanding how we at LEVE Jeans are positively impacting the environment, our employees, and the communities we are in through our production processes. Consumers are more willing to pay for quality products manufactured in a sustainable and environmentally friendly manner. We need to implement our green marketing strategy and ensure a strong communication plan because it gives us a competitive advantage. As part of the fashion industry, we have a duty to our calls of action. The fashion industry must respond to consumers' demand for green manufacturing and ethical manufacturing. Our industry must respond to public demands for response. We must improve and communicate our improvements. We need to abide by government regulations, and we need to pursue continued cost reductions to ensure our continued sustainability. Our duty as a manufacturing in this world is to protect the world around us, to reduce consumption of renewable resources, to reduce environmental and social impact in our production processes and also with our supply chain partners, to implement methods to recycle at each stage of our product's life cycle, to promote fair labor practices, and to promote human rights, to promote safety and good working conditions throughout our supply chain partners, to communicate and engage our suppliers, our employees, and our consumers in our culture of social responsibility. We must be transparent. As a smaller company, I believe we can make a larger impact. We can create a niche. At LEVE Jeans, we do a lot to support environmental causes in our industry. We have a commitment to give back 1.5% of our annual sales each year to not-for-profits who support environmental causes in the fashion industry. We partner through donations and volunteer support with the Fashion Revolution, 1% for the Planet, and Sustainable Apparel Coalition. You may ask, what are we at LEVE Jeans doing specifically to ensure our social responsibility? We are working with suppliers in the areas of raw material purchases. We use high quality materials at LEVE, and we do this to ensure durability and functional use of our product line. We have a selective supplier process where we engage suppliers in discussions regarding social responsibility and build metrics into their contracts to ensure adherence to our guidelines. We require suppliers to provide us with a sourcing and pollution profile sheet for each material. This ensures that we know where our raw materials are coming from and that we are able to substantiate the quality of those raw materials and any environmental impacts that may have occurred during their production. Our chemical reduction program utilizes the Higg Index. We are actively working with our textile manufacturer partners to reduce waste, to reduce the use of energy and natural resources, and also to reduce toxic chemical use and ensure appropriate disposal of toxic chemicals. We audit our suppliers to ensure they are adhering to our established metrics. We are also working with our sewing factories. We have developed a code of ethics for all of our sewing factories, and we utilize this code of ethics along with frequent monitoring and self-reporting requirements. Our code of ethics ensures that employees of these sewing factories are able to obtain fair wages, that there are fair labor standards being practiced, there is no child labor, that the factories are in compliance with laws and regulations, that the factories have stringent safety requirements in place, appropriate overtime wages are paid. If the factory is using subcontracting, they are only allowed to do that through approval so we can validate that they are following the code of ethics. We have quality control metrics that these factories must report on. We have many other metrics and topics also that are included in the code of ethics to ensure environmentally friendly manufacturing. By ensuring safe working environments in our partner sewing factories, we ensure the rights and safety of their workers and create a culture of social responsibility. At LEVE Jeans, we are working actively to reduce and to recycle. We actively are working with suppliers and factories to reduce waste. We have introduced a new line of jeans that are made with recycled cotton that will be coming to market soon. We have introduced new packaging. This will reduce the packaging that is being used to transport products to retail markets. We are implementing a recycling program for packaging within the retail markets. And we have also introduced environmentally friendly recyclable packaging for all of our online orders. We will also be introducing a biannual clothing recycling drive. We are doing this in conjunction with H&M, one of our large retailers. We will be marketing a biannual clothing drive where we accept unwanted natural fiber clothing articles for recycling. We have contracts in place with raw material suppliers to accept the recycled items and utilize them in fabrics for our recycled jeans product line. You may ask, what are we doing at LEVE Jeans to communicate the great work we are doing around social responsibility? We will be rolling out our LEVE Jeans Our Promise webpage to communicate our company's social responsibility plan to consumers. The webpage will highlight the work we are doing with our suppliers, with our raw materials manufacturers, and also with our sewing factories. We will also be highlighting the work we are doing within LEVE and within the industry to make a difference. Our clothing tags will be updated to include varied highlights and achievements in regards to our Promise campaign. We will be promoting our recycling project with H&M in tandem with H&M marketing efforts. We will be rolling out our new product line of recycled jeans through our retailers during the holiday months. Employee communication events will be held to highlight the great work we are doing, and we will also talk about the work that needs to continue to be accomplished to meet our goals. We will be transparent in our communications. I want to thank you for attending today's presentation. We have a few minutes left for questions should you have any. You may also email questions to me directly at the email address presented on the slide. For those who are attending via the webinar, we have unmuted all participants, and you may either ask your question verbally or you can type them in the comments box, and we will do our best to answer all questions. Thanks so much.